Hello, so today I'm going to be making a cinnamon streusel dessert pizza. And the story behind this goes, when me, my cousins, and my aunt were all in Branson, Missouri, we were hungry one day and we decided to go to Godfather's Pizza. And when we were done eating pizza, we were all hungry for dessert, so we decided why not try some cinnamon pizza. And it turned out to be really good, so we kept going back and back for more. That's just a little story behind it. And then here we have on the pan some refrigerated dough, and here we roll it into a pizza to form it into a pizza. And before we did that though, I actually sprayed the pan with canola oil so it doesn't stick to the pan. And then you just keep rolling it out here till you can form it into a pizza onto the pan. Alright, so once you have rolled your pizza dough out into it, it should look like this. And then once you do that, you should put 1 tablespoon of butter onto it, just sort of dap it on there. Just like this. And then once you are done dapping your butter onto it, you take cinnamon and just sort of drizzle it on there. And then once you're done drizzling your cinnamon on there, it should look like that. And after that, you should take a fork and just poke some holes into it. That way it doesn't form any bubbles when cooking. So you just go like this. The next step that we're gonna do is make our streusel for the dessert. Here we have 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and here we have 2 tablespoons of vegetable shortening. First, we're gonna mix in the 3/4 cup of flour. Next, we're gonna do the 1/4 cup of brown sugar. After that, we're gonna do the 1/3 cup of sugar. And next comes the 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And last, we have the 2 tablespoons of vegetable shortening. So then once you mix or put all of your ingredients into the bowl, you mix them together with, I'm using a wooden spoon, but you can use a mixer too. Either one works. So after we are done mixing the ingredients together for our streusel, it should look just like this. And then you want to just use your hands to sprinkle it on to your pizza dough. Another thing too is since the recipe doesn't call for a lot of cinnamon onto the pizza dough, you can add some into your streusel if you'd like to. Then once you're done putting your streusel on top, it should look just like this. And I preheated the oven to 450 before this, and you cook it 8 to 9 minutes. Next, to make our icing to go on top of the cinnamon pizza, we have a cup of powdered sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and then a tablespoon of milk. So first, we put in the cup of flour. Next, we'll put in the half of teaspoon of vanilla, and make sure you do this over the bowl so you don't spill any of it. And then lastly, we have 1 tablespoon of milk. And to make the icing more of a drizzle, you can add more milk if it's too thick. Then when you're done pouring these all into your bowl, you can just use a regular spoon to mix it. And again, you want to mix it till it's like a liquidy drizzle so you can drizzle it on top of your pizza dough. So after baking in the oven for about 8 to 9 minutes, it should look just like this. And then once you're done with that, you should pour the or drizzle the icing onto it, just like this. And you can pour as much as you want onto it, but so the final product should end up looking like this. And now that you know all the steps to making it, you should be ready to make it in no time. And as well as how often do you get to have pizza for dessert? Probably not often, but with this you can.